Greetings, fellow seekers of wisdom, and welcome to a journey that transcends time and space, a journey into the profound and sacred names of God as revealed in the Bible. Today we embark on an exploration that unveils the rich tapestry and divine identity, beginning with the majestic and awe-inspiring name, Yahweh. Imagine standing on the precipice of history, where the names are not mere labels, but keys that unlock the very essence of the Almighty. Picture yourself in the heart of the desert, where Moses, an unsuspecting shepherd, stumbles upon a bush ablaze yet unconcealed the divine encounter that introduces us to Yahweh, the sacred name so revered that for centuries it dared not be spoken aloud. I am who I am. It calls from within the flames, revealing a God whose existence defies time and space. This name, beyond linguistic symbolism, is an affirmation of the living, ever-present, and unchanging reality of God. Now, as we dive into this majestic narrative, let's unravel the mystery of Yahweh and discover the intricate stories woven into the very fabric of the Bible. But first, before we delve into the sacred narrative, consider this. What if names held more power than mere identification? What if each syllable carried within it a story, a revelation about the character and nature of the divine? This is the essence of our exploration today, where we aren't just uncovering names. We are unraveling the very essence of God. So as we navigate through these, think about the significance of a name that refuses to be spoken, a name that resonates through centuries without declaration. I don't know who I am. It's as if God is inviting us into a profound relationship that just as subjects are observers, but as participants in a grand narrative. So, buckle up, because the journey we're about to embark upon is more than a linguistic exploration. It's a quest into the heart of the divine. Why is this journey important, you might wonder? Consider this. The names we are about to unravel are not static titles. There are dynamic expressions that unfold stories of creation, covenant, and providence. Yahweh, the first name on our expedition, encapsulates not reality but a reality that has reverberated through the ages. This name declares that God is not confined by the boundaries of time. He is the eternal I am. It assures us that God's existence is not contingent on anything else. Imagine the weight of that realization. The God we are about to encounter is not just a distant idea, but the ever-present, unchanging force that defies all comprehension. So, as we peel back the layers of Yahweh significance, remember that we're not just learning names, we're unraveling a narrative that invites us into the very heart of divinity. Before we dive into the intricacies of Yahweh, take a moment to reflect on your perception of God. Is it a distant force, a cosmic observer, or perhaps a personal presence intimately involved in the details of your life? The name Yahweh challenges us to reassess our understanding, to envision a God who is not confined to the heavens, but intricately interwoven into the fabric of our existence system. So, you ready to uncover the mysteries of Yahweh? Are you prepared to witness the unfolding narrative of a name that has echoed through history? Let's embark on this journey together, a journey that promises to deepen our understanding of the divine and leave us in awe of the sacred names that have shaped the course of humanity. Now, as we stand at the threshold of divine revelation, let's peer into the significance of the name Yahweh. Picture yourself in the shoes of Moses, a humble shepherd as he encounters a phenomenon that defies the laws of nature, a bush ablaze yet untouched by the flames. In the heart of the desert, on Mount Horeb, also known as the Mountain of God, Moses bears witness to a moment that transcends the ordinary. A voice resonates from the burning bush, introducing itself with a declaration that echoes through the ages. I am who I am. What now reflects this encounter so extraordinary? It's not just a visual spectacle. It's the revelation that unfolds in the aftermath. Admit it's not a name chosen arbitrarily. It's a name that signifies a God who has always been and always will be. Like anything Moses had known. Consider this. In ancient times, names were not just labels, but held profound significance. They were a window into the character and essence of the person. Similarly, the name Yahweh is not a mere linguistic symbol. It's an affirmation of the living, ever-present and unchanging reality of God. The people of Israel, for centuries, held this name in such reverence that they wouldn't even pronounce it aloud. Why? Because Yahweh is more than just a distant God. It signifies eternal presence, a God who is self-existent, self-sufficient, always with us. The burning bush becomes a symbol of the divine encounter, where the transcendent God steps down to meet humanity in the wilderness of their existence. So as we immerse ourselves in the sacred narrative, let's not just approach it as an ancient tale, but as an invitation to encounter the living God whose name resounds through the ages. As we explore the heart of this divine encounter, consider the implications of God revealing himself as I am who I am. It's not just a declaration of existence. It's an assertion of God's eternal essence. God had no beginning, and he will have no end. He simply is. But a world where everything is subject to change and decay, the name Yahweh stands as a rock-solid affirmation that God is alive, always present and unchanging. Imagine the reassurance this brought to the Israelites, a people surrounded by cultures with gods represented by idols and natural elements that change and disappear. His self-attributed name, Zion, became a source of confidence for the Israelites. It wasn't a distant God they invoked, but the always present and all-powerful God who committed to be with them forever. Let's get a little deeper into the profound significance of this name. I am who I am implies an unchanging character. God reassures Moses, the Israelites, that he had been with their ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he would be with them. They were secure because he is constant and his word is unbreakable. The name Yahweh encapsulates not just existence but reliability. Every invocation at Yahweh was a declaration that they weren't calling upon a distant deity, but a consistent, ever-present God who had committed to be their God forever. This understanding transforms the name Yahweh identifier to a source of comfort, a beacon of hope and an affirmation of unwavering love. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of the majestic name Yahweh, let us reflect on the profound tapestry woven by this sacred appellation. We've ventured through the heart of the desert, stood with Moses on Mount Horeb and heard the divine declaration, I am who I am. But this isn't merely a historical account, it's the invitation to rediscover our understanding of the divine. The burning bush, an emblem of God's presence, beckons us to recognize that our encounters with the divine are not relegated to distant epochs. They unfold in the wilderness of our lives, as we unveil the layers of Yahweh significance. Remember, but we're not just peering into the past, or unraveling a timeless narrative that echoes through the corridors of eternity. Consider this your Byzantine name that fades into antiquity. It's a declaration that resounds through the ages, inviting us to grasp the unchanging essence of God. The name the wire assures us that God is reality. When we invoke Yahweh, we're not just uttering syllables. We're affirming the enduring truth that God is with us in every moment of our existence. It's a name that transcends linguistic boundaries, cultural shifts in the passage of time. Yahweh is a living declaration that our God is not confined to the pages of ancient texts, but actively engages with us today in the intricacies of our lives as a constant unchanging presence. As we conclude this chapter of our journey, let the name Yahweh resonate in your heart, not as a relic of the past, but as a timeless truth that transforms our perception of the divine. The budding bush, once a flame-on-mind orb, now flickers in the recesses of our consciousness, an eternal reminder that God's self-revelation isn't limited to one moment in history. So the next time you whisper the name Yahweh, recognize that you're not merely uttering syllables. You're participating in a cosmic dialogue with the creator of the universe. Before we part ways on this leg of our expedition, ponder this. In the tapestry of divine names, Yahweh is but the first stroke, unveiling a fraction of God's multifaceted nature. Each name, like a brushstroke, contributes to a masterpiece that continues to unfold as we move forward in this exploration, where mysteries of Yahweh lingering your contemplation, a sacred seed planted in the fertile soil of your understanding. Our journey into the divine names is far from over. It's an odyssey that spans a sacred narrative of creation, covenant, and providence. So, fellow seekers of wisdom, as we bid adieu to Mount Horeb and the burning bush, remember that our exploration of divine names is an ongoing pilgrimage, one that invites us to delve deeper, question endlessly, and marvel endlessly, until we meet again in the next chapter of this divine narrative. May the name Yahweh resonate in your hearts as a beacon of eternal truth, guiding your journey through the vast expanse of spirituality. Take a moment to breathe in the significance of this sacred name, and let the echoes of Yahweh linger in the sacred chambers of your soul.